All right. I just wanted to kind of show you the progress that I've made on the new version of the NAACP website. So take in mind that everything on this website is changeable. So from colors to everything else, I kind of palette that I liked, but I do understand that there might be a different color palette in mind. And so Betty, if you're looking at this, please, your feedback would be greatly appreciated as far as colors to use, especially for like the banners, the text, things like that. So this is just kind of preliminary. This site is not complete. It's just something that's there so that I can show you kind of what I've been working on and give you an idea of the look and feel of the website. This site is not on the internet currently. It's locally on my computer. It's the address slide says localhost. So this is not online, right? I've just built this, but this is kind of what I plan to replace the existing NAACP website with. I used some templates when building this. So in me scrolling through this page, some of the content's not gonna like match so much, but for the most part, this should give you a really good idea of what I've been building this entire time. So this is the homepage. Are you with us? NAACP. These links actually work, and I will change the color of the background that this button changes to once moused over. Once I get a concrete answer as far as the color scheme to use with the background, I'll have this match. But if I was to click this, it actually would go to a donate page. Scrolling down, so content. So there's going to be a photo gallery. The photo gallery is not built, so I'm not going to click on it yet. Same with the video gallery. The forms page is built, but this link is not active to it, so I'm not going to click it this way to get to the forms page. The photos here will be changed. I just grabbed some photos from the internet, just something that I can have a photo in place. But I'm thinking that probably like news headlines would probably be best to go here. Maybe, like stories or things that are happening, in very recent news as far as the Black community and NAACP. I think that would be a really good place to have those things here. And then the bottom footer of the page, and you'll have links to social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and NAACP's YouTube page that I've discussed you guys creating. This will also make it easier to add videos and things like that for the NAACP. Next, we're going to click on Election 2020. So I went ahead and took the document that got emailed out for the voting guide and just use the content of that in order to create this page. I honestly don't know if that's actually what's supposed to be on this page or not, but it had enough information for me to flesh out an almost complete web page for it, so I just used it. So where can you vote? And I've got links here. These links actually do work. If I was to click this, it would actually take me to that website. Photos, where should I vote, and then more information here. This is all actually pertinent information. This is probably the most complete page out of all the pages. Important timelines, things like that. They can click here for more information, but I actually made every one of these a link as well. Scrolling down, yes, I can vote if, and all information is also taken directly from that the PDF that got emailed out, I believe it was yesterday. Ballot. So because there were so many different propositions, I actually really liked that information. So what I did is I actually created a slider. So if you go on this, it will actually slide through each proposition, explain what the propositions are, and give you the NAACP's recommendation for voting for said proposition. So I kind of went through all of them and just one by one built all these for each prop. I actually really like this feature. That looked pretty cool. And then for the measures, since there was only 3 measures for Sacramento, I didn't want to add them to the propositions. I just had them separated. So measure A, no on measure A, with the red being no. Measure B, yes on measure B, with the blue being a yes. And measure C, we're neutral. So maybe whatever you want. And clicking read more information will actually also take you to the link that was provided in the document. information for voters, and then weird undying, and so on and so forth. Next, membership page. So the jobs tab has not been created yet, or doesn't, sorry, the tab has been created, but the website hasn't been fleshed out for jobs, so I won't click on that one yet. Membership. This is now what it will look like when someone does want to sign up for membership. So they'll go to the membership page, and there's going to be multiple ways to get to membership. But they go to the membership page, and it now has the form on the page, which is more part of the website, the way I had kind of wanted it. So first name, last name, all the information you wanted, dates. This little part right here this is like that human test that you go when you ever submit those forms, and you have to click the little box to say I'm human, or select, which images are all, bikes or something, to prove you're a human and not a computer. This will actually work once this website's actually on the internet and I do a bunch of things to the back end. So there are features that cannot be done on a website until the website is actually on the internet. Once again, this site is only existing on my computer, so some things are just not going to work. And also certain things I can't do until I have the right emails and things that information is supposed to go to. Like, for example, the membership form, when this is completed and someone submits it, where is it supposed to go? Like, I have no idea. They'll just send an email to someone or whatever else. I don't know. But I did flesh this out, and I did actually put in the pricing for youth. Regular youth, regular adult, lifetime membership, corporate membership. So they can actually select the drop downs now, which I think is better. Are you a registered voter? Yes or no? And this one was not required since it wasn't required in the original thing. Phone number, state, fill their address. And I believe I have this ability to auto-populate this. So if I was to put my information here, boom, I should be able to auto-populate, and any regular person should be able to do that. Auto-populate their own information, and boom, boom. And date, they should be able to click on the calendar, and select the date that they sign this thing up, and boom. And then they would click the submit button, and it would normally work. Right now it won't, because, once again, not active. This is just what it's going to look and feel like. The next, education complaint form. Very similar to the membership form, but it asks a lot more questions and it's a little bit more detailed. So I took a little bit more time building it out. But the same information that's just on the form before. And I don't know if there are other complaint forms, but this is the only one that I had access to. So it's the one that I built out. Same thing, they're going to ask information for the person, but this is going to ask you actually more detailed stuff about the complaint, teacher, school, employee, what's your complaint? Are you self-parent, guardian, grade level of the person, pre-kindergarten 1 through 12? Does the student have a individual IEP or a 504 plan? Yes or no? Complain about. So they need to actually say, the school, they can just type that in. What's the complaint? Harassment. I added the other option just in case maybe there was a complaint that kind of didn't clearly fall into one of these. And so they select other. And if they select other, then they can briefly explain what that is, date the incident occurred, time of the incident, so on and so forth. And then they would submit. Once again, I don't know where this complaint forms are supposed to go. So there's no logic on the back end that says, hey, when a person submits this form, who gets it? I don't know. That hasn't been provided to me yet, but that can be done once the site's been uploaded. The About page. The About page has not been fully completed, but it looks good, so I'm still going to go ahead and show it. So the About page, I have you, Betty, right here, and just added some content. I honestly can't remember exactly where I got this from. I probably got it from the original website. What we do, our mission to, vision to, and legal defense fund. This information has not been populated. I just put in some just random text in there, so it just has some information there. And this last little part at the bottom, not built out, but it just looks like it flows. Links here. Once again, this is just Latin. This is boilerplate text, just so that you can see what the text looks like in the position. And then membership. Next, our contact us page. This one has been built pretty much about where it should be, I guess, unless you guys have critiques. But I actually have our actual address in here on the Google Maps, so a person can actually see where we fall on the map. The Greater Sacramento National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. There'll be social media links that they can click on here, address, phone number, email address, and they can also send contact us. Say they wanted to send an email to the NAACP and it wasn't a complaint form, but they wanted to say something to us, to someone, somewhere. Well, now they can just click on this and they can say what their inquiry is about. Is it about something general, membership? Is it about the donations, an annual convention? And once again, it will auto-populate their information if they put it in there. And then they can type in their message, whatever they want, and they would click submit. Once again, another human test. This is to prevent a robot from, auto doing these and just blowing up an email account. And they would send. Once again, no logic on the back end, so the send button will not go anywhere because I don't know where it's supposed to go. And then membership. And then lastly, I want to talk about the donate page. So you want to be able to take donations. So I created a donate page. This is probably took me the longest because it was a lot of specialized coding that I kind of had to do to make this thing work the way I wanted it to work. But I really like how it turned out. So if someone wants to donate right now I could just do a test donation because I'm not on the internet. I'm on my computer and I don't have a PayPal account to attach this to, so don't know where the money actually will go, but I can fake one just to show you, give you an idea. So let's say somebody wanted to donate $5 or $10 or $25 or whatever, or some custom amount, $1 million to NAACP, whatever amount, right? So say I want to donate $50. I would then populate my form, put in my information, first name, last name, email address, the amount that I want to donate. And then I would simply click donate. What will actually happen online is they will get an email back when the donation was sent. The next page is supposed to be like a receipt that they could also print, they could screenshot, they could whatever else. And on the other end of it, so whatever PayPal account that donation is attached to, that should flow there. So hopefully this doesn't crash, because, okay, cool. It crashed a few times when I was first building it, so I think I fixed all the bugs. But it will let the person know the payment is complete. It will let them know who paid it, when they paid it, how much they paid to the NAACP. They will get a payment ID number, so like it's going to be some unique number that knows that was their payment that they made, and the payment method is going to let them know it's a test donation. Well, letting me know it's a test donation, but there could be PayPal. I believe I should be able to take a credit card as well. But those features I can't work with or test until this is actually on the internet or hosted on a website. I believe that's it. I also built out, just in case the payment failed, there should be a failure page, but I can't test that because I don't know how to make a test fail on purpose. But there should be a page that populates that says, hey, if there's something wrong with the payment, like maybe it was a credit card that got declined or something. So another page that will pop up it'll be red here and it'll say payment failed and give them information about that. Then there's also a search. I haven't been able to fix a few parts of the search that I can't figure out exactly why something happens a certain way. But if I was to do a search, let's say I search for I don't know, a member. Say I search for membership. So I get results, but the formatting of the results page is hideous, and the adjustments I've been making aren't fixing it. So for some reason, it screws up the look of the page at the top. They do get results and everything else though, so that also works. But this little bit, I'm still trying to figure out exactly why this keeps happening. It shouldn't. But other than that, search actually works now too. So now they can be able to search archives too. So let's say this site's been up for a long time and there's been, I don't know, a lot of posts, right? There's been a lot of news articles, and a lot of things that have been put up on this website over the life of this site. And someone wants to go to the NAACP site and research something that happened in the past that was on the site. This should archive that information, so it should be searchable, which is another feature that I think the website should have had or should have. So now you can actually search on the website and get information for stuff that is on the site. Or maybe you're looking for something, like maybe you're on the website and you're lost and you can't find a particular form or a particular thing and you don't know where to click to do it. Now you should be able to click on the search and do it. Once again, this isn't supposed to look like this when the results page comes up, but for the most part, this still works, which I'm actually still pretty proud of. And I can click on these and actually go to navigate to those places on the site. So if I was to click on About, it would actually send me back to the About page of the site. And then the formatting for the menus and everything fixes itself. Boom. It's just on the results page, for some reason, it looks like total messed up at the top. All right, well, that is it. I just want to kind of show you what I've done so far and hopefully get your feedback. And yeah, please let me know what you like, what you dislike, what I can change. Also know that changing colors, because of the way I built the site, is not an easy task. It's going to be very laborious because I have to change it manually in every place that color exists. So I'll probably only want to change it maybe once. So let's find a color that we all like and that we all can agree on. I've been through several versions of this banner color here. And actually, before we go ahead and show you the images of the different colors that I've had. So it was like this before. It's a navy blue. This was the original color that I actually put it with. I personally liked it, but I've gotten feedback that it seemed too dark. By another one of our illustrious members. I personally didn't like the color too much. It just felt wrong. So I got feedback from another person, and this was the new one. So there have been different color changes already, but I will let Betty have the final say in what color she wants, whether she likes one of the three that I've shown so far, or if you have a completely different color palette in mind. And if that's the case, we can just zoom and you can kind of work with me as to picking the colors for at least one page, and then from there I can go and format that across the board on the rest of the website. All right, thank you for your time, and you have a wonderful day. Talk to you later.